to meet you.
You are incredibly talented.
Oh, thank you.
Like this film, people are gonna freak out. I'm just saying, you're incredibly gifted. So you're playing like such an icon, Elvis.
Yeah.
Were you musical as a kid?
My dad gave me a guitar when I was 13 years old, and
Yeah.
I obsessed about it. I would play for 8 hours a day. My fingers would bleed, and I'd super glue them shut, and I'd keep playing. And,
yeah.
but I never played for anybody. It was like therapy, you know?
Oh, you were shy about it?
So shy.
Oh my gosh, you were shy and you ended up playing Elvis?
It's kind of...
That's ironic.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. Did you play anything else? Did you
I played the piano as well. I picked that up about a year after the guitar.
Oh, wow.
And that opened up, you know how you learn a lot about music playing the piano. So
yeah.
Yeah, it opened up a lot.
I love that. And it's like, even if you didn't become like a musician in a band, it's like, it's an amazing thing. I think even my kids, I'm like, you don't have to be in a band, but I want you to play something. I think it's good for you. I think it's therapeutic.
Do they
Music
play
is a good outlet. My daughter plays violin a little bit. My son is 6. He hasn't started yet. Yeah.
Violin was the first thing I learned how to play.
Me too.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was violin and then piano.
Were you
and
shy
then guitar.
as a kid?
Yes, until music.
Okay.
Interesting.
That broke you out.
Yeah, nobody believes me, but I was shy at some point in my life. My mom will tell you. And I was very like, I don't know, just like introverted, and then music like brought me to life, like my personality and everything. I think anytime when you're a kid, I don't know if you agree, you find that one thing that really like helps you flourish and find your personality and find out who you are.
Yeah, that was acting for me.
But you started acting kind of in a weird way, right? Was it your brother?
Yeah, I had a stepbrother, and he got scouted at the Orange County Fair.
Oh.
And we all thought, oh, he's gonna be a movie star. I mean, he's gonna go off and do all these things. And so I just tagged along as he went up to this audition in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And when they saw that my mom had another kid, they were like, does he want to do it too? My mom said, are you interested? And I don't know what came over me that day because I was so shy. But I said yeah, and then that got me into, it turned out it was a background talent agent.
Yeah.
So it got you into doing extra work on Nickelodeon shows. And stuff. And that's what got me into it.
That's the door.
Yeah, and then I got my first
door.
manager and started going to acting class. And acting class broke me out of my shyness in a way.
Yeah.
It like gave me an outlet for it, you know?
Do they make you just do the most awkward things?
Yeah, always.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never done it. I kind of want to do it just for fun. Just to force myself to hate my life a little bit. And like, you know, you're supposed to do things that you don't think you'd be good at, like to grow or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels like it would terrify me. That was a look at him as Elvis in the new movie Elvis. So the movie is amazing. So can you explain to everybody how you got the role?
Yeah, I sent Baz a tape. I heard that he was making the film. I sent him a tape of me singing Unchained Melody and playing the piano.
God, I love that song.
Such a beautiful song.
Classic.
And he responded to it. And then I flew to New York and we met and we just talked for 3 hours. And then he said, you want to come in tomorrow and read a couple scenes from the script? And so I came in and read a couple scenes. And then he said, you want to come in tomorrow and read and sing a couple songs, and you want to sing Suspicious Minds. And so I went home that night, practiced, and I come back. We ended up doing that for 5 months.
What?
So it was unlike any audition, where it was just 5 months of exploring.
That's a relationship.
Yeah. Completely. And then it came time for the screen test, which...
Then it came time for the, okay.
'Cause, you know, there comes a point where the studio has to sign off.
Yeah.
And you got to do the screen test, and so I'd prepared everything and got to the screen test, and Baz changed everything on me on the day. I was supposed to do a couple scenes, and he changed the scenes, and changed all the words in the scenes. And then I was supposed to sing 3 songs. He said, and then he starts describing the scene to me, and he's saying, you're going to sing these 3 songs, and they weren't the songs that I'd prepared. And so suddenly I'm on set, and I go, Baz, I don't think I have the material that you gave me. And he goes, oh no, we changed it, but I'll get you new material. And then turns out he never got me new material, and he starts filming while I'm learning everything. So then I start going through it, and then he cut one of the scenes, and he said, now we're gonna do you performing Suspicious Minds.
Is he just like messing with you at this point? Like, I
realize now.
I would look around for Ashton Kutcher at this point. Like, am I being punked?
Yeah, you're being punked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
He put me through the ringer, and I realize now it's because he likes to be very spontaneous on set.
Yeah, I love
He wanted to see if I would lose my mind, and so I didn't think I got it. And then a week later, I got a call, and I woke up to Baz calling me. And I thought, okay, this is the moment. I either have it or I don't. And he's very dramatic in the way that he goes about things. And So he sounded kind of downcast, and he goes,
Oh,
"Hey,
how
Austin,
mean."
I just wanted to be the first one to call you and say, are you ready to fly, Mr. Presley?"
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh.
just the greatest phone call I've ever
I
had.
love that. But that's a lot of like emotional roller coaster up and down
Yeah.
to get there. Do you think that it might have been because I heard Denzel called him because y'all had worked together
Yeah.
and like kind of was trying to help you get the role because he loved you and believed in you. Do you think it's something he said that was like, now I'm gonna see how much he really will work?
I don't know
Like-
if that played into it. It's possible.
I don't know that anyone has that in this business. Oh, Denzel called and like Baz and was like, did he know Baz? Like,
No, they'd never met before.
and he just like,
I
Denzel
just been
Washington
crying.
calls.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
look at your teary eye.
Yeah, he's powerful. He's
Yeah.
been my hero for so long, and he really, I went into that play going, I'm not gonna try to be Denzel's friend. I'd read Ethan Hawke talking about them doing training day together.
Yeah.
And he talked about this as well, and so I went in there and I thought, I'm just gonna do my job. And
Yeah.
so I showed up the first day of rehearsal, I'd memorized the 4-hour play. Such an
Jeez.
intense play. And we did it, and at a certain point, Denzel started seeing that I was showing up earlier than he was to get to the theater, and
He's
so
super
he'd show up
prepared.
a little bit earlier, and then I'd show up a little bit earlier. And
Challenged
eventually one day it was just he and I, and he thought that he was there before me, and I came down. I'd already been up in my dressing room, and it was just in the dark theater, and he's sitting on the stage by himself, and I came walking down, and he goes, "Oh, I thought I beat you here," and I said, "No, I've been here for like an hour." And he goes,
But nice
come
try.
on, I got an idea for you, and it kind of took me under his wing and started giving me acting advice. And,
Wow.
and that was really huge for me. And then he didn't tell me he was going to call Baz at all. He'd never met Baz.
That's so nice.
So that's very sweet.
I love that you made such an impact on him that he did something like that.
Very kind.
That's very, very cool. But you did get to meet Priscilla Presley,
Yeah.
right? What was that like?
It was
Was it
unbelievable.
intimidating?
Super intimidating.
yeah.
But she didn't make it intimidating. It was, I met her the same day I went to Graceland for the first time.
I've never been.
You've never been?
No,
Oh,
and
you
I lived
gotta
in
go.
Tennessee
It's
for like
incredible.
years. I just don't know
Oh,
work.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. Baz and I took this road trip right after I got the part, where we went and recorded in Nashville.
Yeah.
It was the first recording studio I was ever in. Was
a great place to
RCA
record.
Studio B there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
Dolly Parton recorded Jolene.
Oh my gosh.
Elvis recorded over 270 songs, I believe.
Wow.
And and so we took this road trip and ended up in Graceland. And next door, there's this hotel where I met Priscilla, and she was just so beautiful and
Yeah.
so warm and welcoming. And she just gave me a big hug and said, "You have a lot of support." And I walked out of that hotel room just with tears in my eyes, just thinking, it's amazing when you look into her eyes and you think, this is the same woman that Elvis was madly in love with.
Yeah.
And that she was madly in love with him. She's the mother of his only child.
Yeah.
And then she's right here in front of me. It's really surreal. And now, we got to go to the Met Gala recently, and we kind of danced a bit, and she's the best. She's incredible.
I love that.
Yeah.
You seem very present. Like, are you always that present and thinking like that
Right.
in life? Like, you know, just being in the moment like that? Not many people are like
I try to be. It's hard with what we do sometimes.
I'm working at it, and I
Yeah.
just turned 40, Austin, so.
Wow, you look amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you for lying. But thank you so much, Austin. Everybody, we need another break. Go see Elvis. It's in theaters tomorrow. You won't regret it.